Hello, my Virgos. Welcome to your October monthly reading. And we're going to start off here by pulling a card from the Wisdom of the Tao. And these cards are just going to represent what the Creator wants you to know about the overall energy for the month of October, like the overall theme, and just what the Creator wants you to know about the month. So let's do these a shuffle. All right, Creator for Virgos, what do you want them to know about their month of October, please? All right. And we're just taking the one card. And you got protection. Can zoom in there. See the little person with all the birds? But it says protection, and this is Earth, which you're an Earth sign, so that's perfect. And so that says uncertainty lurks around you, but you are shielded by the powerful energy of heaven's light. The happy birds sing you a message of hope. Feel safe and have no worries. Mount Tai, the most sacred ancient mountain, is here to support and protect you. So beautiful. Definitely guided, protected, safe. Comforted. So beautiful, beautiful energy for that. So, you know, the no matter what the worry is, no matter what the concern is in your life, this is an invitation to come to that, you know, ancient, beautiful heavenly mountain and know that you are protected. And let those birds sing those beautiful songs of joy. So we're also going to pull a card here. What I usually do, at least up to this point in my monthly readings, is I take a tarot deck and I split out the major arcana from these four suits of the minor arcana. And the major arcana is like this card, where it gives you the overall theme for the month, with the overall energy or message for the month, like what additional information the Creator wants. So, Creator for our Virgos, what else do you want them to know about their October, please? Okay, I feel like this is the one right there. Yep, and you have the Death card. And don't freak out. I know, right? That's why you need protection. Are you scared to death? You know, just know that you are protected. Your life is guided. It will unfold as it should, like all the phases of the moon that it has at the top here. That the darkness, when it comes, is just a change. It's death and rebirth. It's new beginnings. And so you can see the little butterfly or the moth that it sets forth in there. It's because it's allowing it to have gone through what it needs to do. And I think this is a butterfly, if I remember how I read this card, because it makes total sense that the caterpillar, that pieces of the caterpillar have to die or disintegrate in order for the butterfly to be reborn. But the little middle piece, you know, that little middle, is a piece of the caterpillar, and the wings are actually part of the caterpillar as well. It's just it had dissolved to be able to form the wings, and so it's definitely a month where you're having this transition and this protection. I kind of feel, and especially with the Earth, it's about being grounded and knowing that everything's unfolding for you. That anything that's happening, anything that's leaving your life is being removed for you to make room for this new birth and for those things. And the time in the cocoon is necessary. The struggle of getting out of the cocoon is also necessary for the butterfly to be able to fly. Because if you cut open a cocoon before, without the butterfly, struggling to get out of it, its wing muscles are not strong enough to be able to fly, and it can't fly. And that's an amazing analogy for our entire life, right? That if we are always given everything in life and we have no struggles and we have no challenges, then we're not learning, we're not growing, we're not able to fly and see things and travel, you know, in our lives to see things we never would have. You know, we just maybe we stay inside the cocoon our entire lives, And, some people do, and that's the experience they wanted. And so there's no shame, there's no right or wrong. Everyone has the path that they chose to come here on. But just know that there's all these things you wanted to experience before you came down here. And as things get removed and there's death and rebirth, it's happening for you. But you are protected, and know that this mighty, mighty ancient mountain is watching over you. So as changes come up in October, you can freak out if you want to. Just then breathe and come back to this knowledge that you are protected and that it's happening for you. We're going to dig more into here to see what's going on in October. Like I mentioned, we're going to pick from each of these minor arcana suits, and it's going to represent different areas of your life. The first one we're going to look at is the wands, which is the fire element. And that's usually like your drive, your ambitions, your spark, your inspiration. But it also represents your spirit. And for this reading, this is going to be what the Creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure in the month of October. So Creator, for our Virgos, what do you want them to know about their spiritual adventure in October? Make it really obvious for us if you could. I know you can, but please make it obvious for us. Okay. This one is what is speaking. And you got the Spirit of Wands. And so the Spirit of Wands would be like the King of Wands in the regular tarot. They just call it the Spirit in this particular deck. And for me, what this represents is your higher self, because it's the most spirit we can feel in this lifetime, which is your higher self. And so this will be about connecting to the real you, the powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love that you are. And the lizard in here too, I think it's a gecko. But it represents protection. It protects you from the fire, because they're like desert lizards. But it's all about protection as well. And again, spirit, it actually says the Spirit of Wands, that you are protected by spirit. And that during these times, it has the Ace of Wands, which is about this new energy, this new awareness, this new powerful love energy from the other side that's coming into you as well, which happens with this death and rebirth. You have this beautiful, beautiful energy that's coming in and connecting you to your higher realms. And it's like I said, it's this calmness that comes around when you don't concern yourselves with outcomes in the future, and you come back to this space where you're trusting that everything's unfolding for you, and being in the moment. And actually, just before this, in between doing monthly readings, I did the weekly transformation reading. And so I'll try to post those at the end here. But there is one about attaching to outcomes and about releasing our worries. And this is such the message of this, about this protection, is you have nothing to worry about. You're either going to get through this moment or you're not. If you don't get through this moment as the human, then you're going back up to the beautiful spiritual world of unconditional love. And if you get through the moment, then you did, right? And so releasing that fear and understanding that fear helps us, with that as well. We're also going to pull a card here from the chakra cards to see what else the Creator wants you to know about your spiritual adventure during the month, and what energy can help you through this. Looks like a transformational month. Death and rebirth is a beautiful transformation from caterpillar to cocoon to butterfly. So definitely a good message. Inspirational message, right? All right, Creator, what else do you want our Virgos to know about the month of October for their spiritual adventure? Okay. Yep, and you've got family. There's your family. Say cheese. And I love this because you have this family on the other side. So not only is this connecting to your higher self. But as you become more connected and aware of your connection with your higher self, you realize that you are in this, like standing in the center of this huge, massive group of people who are all facing you. These are all these beings of unconditional love and light on the other side, whether it's angels or spirit guides or loved ones who are on the other side already, or your ancestors or unicorns or fairies, creator, spirit, whatever your belief in higher beings of unconditional love and light, you're surrounded by them, and they're just giving you their love and their support as they share, watching you step through this beautiful life and journey. So they are all there, along with you. And so I really feel that this is such an awareness that comes with you. And sometimes it does take something leaving our lives and for our rebirth to happen, right? If we only have so much room in a cup, we have to pour out some to get new, fresh stuff in. Like, if you ever you find your old coffee cup from yesterday and it still has, half of a cup of old, cold, stale, coffee in it. You can add the new coffee to it and have it all lukewarm, or you can rinse that out and pour it out and have a whole new cup full of brimming hot, fresh new coffee, right? And so, that is what we can do and what has to happen sometimes. And then with those things happening, connecting to your higher self and to the other realm, you really understand more about how loved you really are and how not alone you are. So it says you've pulled this card into your awareness today to let you know the energy of your ancestors is surrounding you. It's a powerful time for healing family wounds and dissolving any ancestral karma. It has been understood for thousands of years that we carry through our bloodlines old patterns and karma from those family members who walked before us. Just like some physical issues can be handed down the family line, so can emotional, mental, and spiritual imbalances. There is a big chance that any challenges you're going through at this time could be connected in some way to family karma. So take a moment to tune in and ask where this pattern or challenge is coming from. You can do this by quieting the mind and taking some time to be still and to listen. Once you identify the root of the issue, you can simply light a candle and have a conversation in your mind with that family member. See yourself handing back the issue to the ancestor. They place this energy in their heart where it transmutes into something positive, and then they hand it back to you. Now place that in your heart for healing. Allow this energy to release you from this karma as you now receive the love, wisdom, and guidance from your ancestors. Family is an integral part of life. We're born into these little tribes for a reason. We learn big lessons of unconditional love through the interactions and challenges with family. And this card can also indicate that you may have been experiencing a conflict within the family unit, and it is now time for resolution. This card could also be a sign that a family member who has passed is with you, guiding and supporting you from the other side. A powerful way to connect to our ancestors is through the energy of trees. Take a moment to sit in nature with your favorite tree and open yourself to hear the whispers of wisdom from your ancestors, the ones who walked this path before you. That's beautiful. And the affirmation is, I am at peace and at one with my family. So definitely a beautiful message of unity. Both of your ancestors on the other side, healing in the familial energy realm. But I really feel a strong piece of this is all about connecting with your higher self and connecting with those on the other side. Because that is this ancient mountain, the spirit mountain, right? So we're going to switch up from that and move into the external world. This is all about your spiritualness. This is going to be about your physical world. So all the characters on the stage with you, all the props, all the circumstances. So finances, jobs, homes, your physical body. So all that has to do with this. I'm just going to ask the Creator. It's the earth element. So this is the earth energy, right underneath this earth card. So we'll ask the Creator, what else do you want Virgos to know about their physical world that's going on around them during the month of October? Okay, there we go. And you got the Heart of Pentacles, and this would be the Queen of Pentacles in the regular deck. And for that, that reminds me, usually it's like Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. It also, because she's the divine feminine side of it, she's also all about feeling, how you feel about your worth, how you feel about your external world, it brings in all the emotions. We'll talk about cups here in a moment, which is really the emotions specifically. But because it's divine feminine, it does bring in that awareness of how you're feeling about your abundance, how you're feeling about your wholeness in the external world. And she also brings in this beautiful lesson that she's learned, because she's went from the ace all the way up to the queen. The king's the only other one higher than her in the suit, and so because she's like almost at the very end, she's learned a lot as she went. And one of the things that is, she found her abundance within her definition within her self-worth within her, to where she has this essence of gratitude about what is in her life, and she doesn't focus on what's not, because she's found that she has everything she needs inside of her, because that's the connection to her heart, the Heart of Pentacles. So we're also going to pull a card here from the Native Spirit deck and see what other message the Creator has for that. But definitely it's about self-care, it's about Mother Nurture, so mothering yourself, giving you that love, giving you that attention, giving your body that attention, All right, Creator, what else do you want our Virgos to know? Okay. So you have Spirit of Earth, so that's very fitting for the Earth element here, and being, again, under here for Earth. So we'll see what this has for you here. So, yeah, and if I didn't mention prosperity, because prosperity is blossoming in all areas of your life, which that's what, really a Queen of Pentacles is, feeling prosperous, right? And feeling abundant. You are strong and grounded. Who you are is enough, just as you are. Connect more fully with nature. Well, again, with this being Mother Nature, Mother Nurture, definitely connecting and being out in nature is a big thing for October. The Spirit of Earth asks that you tend to your health, detoxify your body, understand how to use your body's physiology. Pay attention to how your body feels and respond accordingly. Create a home for your soul. Have objects in your home that feel good to you every time you see them. Be present. Cherish the here and now. The Native Spirit wants you to know that the Spirit of Earth represents your physical self and your physical surroundings, which is totally what we're talking about with this Earth here, with the Pentacles. And it's okay to make plans for the future, but make sure that you also embrace and appreciate the present. You're deeply and profoundly loved and supported at all times, no matter what's occurring in your life. Trust that all your needs are being met. Take time to create spaces in your home where you feel absolutely at peace, and in doing so, you create a template for peace in all areas of your life. Feel the solidity and power of the earth beneath you. This is in your core. Just as grass pushes up out of moist ground, know that fresh new shoots of growth are similarly taking place within you right now. You are grounded, prosperous, and strong. I love it. And then all these come with a journey. So if you feel this resonates with you, you can do this during the month of October. It says all the solid forms around you, including your body, are part of the physical realm. Notice how you relate to and identify with the physical universe around you. By doing this, you're activating the spirit of earth within you. So let the reality of your relationship with the earth fill your consciousness. Feel it in every pore of your being. Let yourself merge with its energy. Imagine how it would feel to be a rolling hill, or a great mountain, or a deep canyon. Imagine yourself lying in a meadow of wildflowers high in the mountains. Visualize the roots of the trees extending deep into the soil, reaching down toward the center of the earth. That's beautiful. So really feeling and connecting and feeling a part of that earth energy. But beautiful messages for your physical world there. And then we're going to move into the swords, which is the air element, which represents your mind, your thoughts, your beliefs, your mindsets, your attitudes, all that mental stuff. And so this is going to represent your mental adventure in the month of October. So Creator, for our Virgos, what do you want them to know about their mental adventure? So you had Heart of Pentacles and you have the Heart of Swords. And that's beautiful as well because like a lot of what I talked about, how the heart is the emotional side, the divine feminine side. She is that same thing for the mind, though. It's balancing the heart and the emotions with the mind, and not making decisions that are all just based on the mental lobes, all the logic, all the information, which for Virgos, you do get, you love getting information and love filling your mind with all sorts of information and knowledge. And so it's an important message for this month to balance that with your heart. And you have the Ace of Swords here with you too, which, is like the tool that you use to let go of old thoughts, old beliefs that no longer serve you. In a lot of the Queen of Swords in other decks, you'll see her holding onto her sword on one hand and an open hand in the other, which shows that she has the ability to let go of things. She has things that she's keeping, but she also has her hand open to learn new and is open-minded to accept new things. And one of my favorite cards in the Light Seers Tarot also shows underneath her throne the Ace of Cups, which is the heart, is in this little barred, almost like it's a little prison, but she knows she can go down to her at any time to access it, but it's safe and secure behind those bars. And so this is really about bringing her out of the prison and having her sit alongside with you, because having your emotions and your heart and your instinct and your intuition alongside of your brain, thoughts, and all that knowledge is an important balance to have happen during this period. We're also going to pull a card here from the numerology deck, and we'll get additional information on what the Creator wants you to know about your mind adventure, your mental adventure during October. All right, Creator, what else do you want Virgos to know about their mental adventure for October? All right. I'm sorry. Patience. Oh no. I know. That's like worse than the death card, right? So, patience is good, though. I mean, it means that you don't have to rush, that, things are unfolding in perfect timing. But this does indicate a time to stop and enjoy the present moment, a lot like what this card mentioned, as nothing more can be done to achieve the outcome you desire. Rather than take action, you're being asked to evaluate your progress and clarify your dreams, which will help you manifest them sooner. This card also indicates a need to take your time and pace yourself instead of making hasty plans and decisions. Failures to do so could result in stress and disappointment. Yay! This is an opportunity to focus all your energy and attention on visualizing your dreams as opposed to pushing against the obstacles standing in your way. Surrender the outcome to the universe and get on with living your life. Allow things to come to fruition in divine order and timing. In order to improve your current situation, you're being asked to adjust to and harmonize with the natural rhythm and cycles of your life. Cycles that are encouraging you to be patient and still. Stillness is the key to receiving clear and accurate guidance, and patience will help you attract the outcome you desire. And the affirmation for this card is, I patiently trust and surrender the outcome to the divine. Which is great. I mean, this is all about this protection, trusting the divine's protection, the divine's guidance, as well. So beautiful. And then lastly, we're going to move into the cups, which, like I mentioned, is the water element and represents our emotional journey during this month of October. So we'll see what adventure the Creator wants you to know about, or what information about your emotional journey the Creator wants you to know. Right, Creator, so for Virgos, what do you want them to know about this emotional adventure in October? Okay. Yep, 7 of Cups. So you can kind of see here, I love how the giraffe is in the fog, because all these emotions that you're feeling can feel confusing, and it can be like not understanding. And I don't know if it's not like not understanding, it's like unsure of which emotion to feel is what I'm feeling from this card. And so there's this message coming through about what emotion is right, what emotion is wrong. And what's beautiful with that is that there is no wrong emotion, right? We come here to experience all of the cups. That's what draws all these billions of souls to this planet, is because this is a giant amusement park of uncomfortable emotions of fear. We don't get to feel all those back home. In fact, we come down here because we can experience things that we're not in order to more fully understand what we are. Because when we're on the other side, full of joy all the time, we don't even realize that we're full of joy all the time, because that's what we are all the time. When we come down here, we experience through this little human self that has detached itself from the knowledge and awareness of that joyful energy, and it feels sadness. And in feeling sadness, it can look back and understand what joy is. It points back to joy on the other side and go, oh, so that is joy. And then we understand the fullness of joy. We understand the intricacies of joy. And same with unconditional love. We come down here and experience conditional love and fear. We point back and go, that is unconditional love. That is what we are. So it's this beautiful, awareness, this beautiful embracing of the emotions. It talks about coming back to the moment. Don't look into the future. That's where a lot of the emotions, these uncomfortable emotions, actually live in the past or live in the future. they don't live in the moment. Because when we're present and in this moment being who we are, then we don't experience these. But these emotions all exist in the past and the future. We look back and feel guilty. We look back and feel sad. We look back and feel angry. We look forward and fear, and we worry about what's going to happen. We fear what's going to unfold. We're anxious. We're resentful, that of something that hasn't even happened yet, right? Well, I just know it's going to happen, so I'm going to be angry about it now, It's like, so that's where all these uncomfortable emotions lie that cause this confusion. And I love that this kind of emphasized to me that our foggy brain comes about when we're in fight or flight mode. Because when we are in fear and it sparks that within our bodies, the blood starts rushing through our bodies. It leaves our brain, so we don't think clearly, so we don't stand still and get crushed by a boulder falling or eaten by, a giant dinosaur. It has us either run or fight. It doesn't have us, let me ponder and then the rock, crushes us. So, this fogginess, if you feel fogginess, taking deep breaths, several over the minutes, helps you, your heart slow down. It flushes the adrenaline, it returns the blood back to the brain, and then that brings clarity. So, and that's about the mind, but they wanted me to mention that because the emotions we feel, we are feeling beings who think, not thinking beings who feel. So this is our essence, and understanding emotions is a very important part of your journey. And then lastly, we're going to pull cards here from the Soul Journey cards, and this is going to be the final card for this reading. And it can represent and clarify the emotional adventure or anything else the Creator wants you to know for the month of October as we wrap up this specific reading. And as a side note, I do also put out weekly readings by element, so I'll have those also the playlist linked at the very end of this video. So if you want to check those out and keep up with like a weekly check-in as well, those are available free of charge. All right, Creator, what else do you want our Virgos to know? Okay, about their October. Humor. I choose to focus on the lighter side of life. And this is perfect because, when death and rebirth happen and change happens and you feel this protection and things we go through, even with patience and all this, it's like laughter is very healing for our emotions, very healing for our mind. And that is a choice that we can make. You don't have to, like I said, you don't have to make the popular choice of emotion or popular choice of opinion. Who says you can't laugh at every single situation you encounter? Well, that's not right. That's not appropriate. It's like, who says I'm going to laugh? And laugh about it. Because life can be so serious, when we're in our fear mode, when we're in this mode, when we're in fight or flight and we're worried about the future and worried about the past and so consumed with all that stuff, yeah, it's very hard to laugh. But when you connect to your family, how can you not laugh at your family? Laugh with your family, at life, laugh, humor. Fill your life with as much as you can. Something that I do, I try to, at least before I go to bed, I try to find some sort of funny thing on YouTube to watch. Just to end my day with some chuckles before I go to sleep. Even throughout the day, I try to laugh and smile and just chuckle at as many things as I can, because that empowers your ability to choose. That empowers you to create a new habit instead of reverting to fear and reverting to all those uncomfortable emotions that come with fear, you can express your joy and your humor and your laughter and brighten your day. And I love that it's the lighter side of life instead of the heavier side of life, right? But beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I am loving this for you. And just know as you, oh, actually, I need to read from the book here. I almost cheated you out of this little extra tidbit. So it says there are definitely parts of life that require your serious attention. True. But you have to learn to have fun. Don't neglect things that bring you joy or make you laugh. Besides the health benefits to your physical body, your emotional and mental bodies reap huge rewards from the art of joy. Seek out the people who make you feel good about being alive. Avoid cynicism and pessimism. Always look at your cup, this is cups, right? All your cups, as being half full instead of half empty. The endless chatter of this physical dimension can seep into your conscious mind, so do your best to listen to happy music, read soul-enriching fiction, and be wary of movies or TV shows that can darken your mood. Happy people attract happy people. Love it, love it, love it. Happy, 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 happy people all over the place. So I'm loving this October for you. I know it kind of felt a little dark in the beginning, like, oh my God, there's death and rebirth going to happen, but it's wonderful. You know, it's turning the frown upside down. That's a great death and rebirth feeling, right? So just know as you go throughout this October that every second of every day you are unconditionally loved by the Creator of all things, and I love you too. You have an amazing October, and I'm sure I'll talk to you very soon. You take care.